Hello, Jonathan Rayo here with Simplified Guitar, and in this lesson, I want to teach you how to play the song Black Sheep by Ben Fuller. This song was requested by Patron Kimberly. Thank you, Kim, for your song suggestion. Now, what I'm going to do first is I'll play all the way through the song for you first, and then afterwards, I'm going to break it down and explain it to you in more detail. Now, just a disclaimer, this song is tuned differently. My low E string is tuned down to a D, and I will get into all of that after the play along demo. So make sure to stick around for that. For now, let's go ahead and play through the song. You broke through 1,006, been rescued from 1,000 ditches. You still swear you don't fit in, so you kick and scream and you're gone again, wandering off into the devil's wind. How's it going out there, acting like you ain't scared? How's that heart of stone? Ain't so hard when you're alone, crying tears you hope nobody sees. Guess the good news is he'll never leave you be. Jesus loves you, black sheep. Oh, you hate everything about you. You think we're better off without you. Wear your pain out on your sleeve and you paint it on in rebel ink, but the alcohol and pills ain't fixed a thing. How's it going out there, acting like you ain't scared? How's that heart of stone? It's so hard when you're alone, crying tears you hope nobody sees. The good news is he'll never leave you be. Jesus loves you, black sheep. Can't tell you when I ain't no prophet, but there'll come a point in time when you can't stop it. Good shepherd's love smells like smoke. There ain't no hell so low where you won't let the hounds of heaven go. Sick and let the hounds of heaven go. How's it going out there, acting like you ain't scared? How's that heart of stone? Ain't so hard when you're alone, crying tears you hope nobody sees. Guess the good news is he'll never leave you be. An amazing grace is a pesky, pesky thing, but the good news is he'll never leave you be. Jesus loves you, black sheep. Jesus loves you, black sheep. All right, if you would like to check out the chord chart for this song, you can click right up there to head over to my Patreon page. All right, so the chords in here may be chords that you've never seen before. These are going to be specifically for the drop D tuning. So basically, to do the drop D tuning, it's very simple. We're just going to change one string, and that's going to be our low E string. We're going to drop it down 2 half steps to the D note. So from E down to D sharp or E flat, and down one more step to E, okay? So you can use your tuner. I have a built-in tuner here. You can use the Guitar Tuna app on your phone. Just make sure to turn it off of auto. If your tuner has an auto setting, you want to turn that off, because usually what will happen is with it on auto, when you play a string, it will automatically try to detect what string you're playing. In this case, we're trying to tune not one of these 6 notes that are on your, standard tuning guitar. So if you turn it off of auto tuning, usually that makes it a little bit easier. Okay. So basically, we're trying to get this low E string down. So you can just start off by turning it down a couple of winds. Okay. I'll go ahead and bring mine back up to E. Two, three, four, five. Going too high now. All right. So here I am, back in standard tuning. So all I want to do is take this low E and I'm going to drop it down. So I can just start off by just, drop it a little bit lower. Okay. Now, if you want to try to do it by ear, basically, you want to try to make this E, this low E string, the same as this D string. Okay. Because your third string down is the D string open. So we want that and your low E string to be the same. So you can pluck them both at the same time and try to match. Okay? And if you're not 100% sure if you got it right, you can use your tuner and try to make sure that you get it 100% accurate. Okay? Once you have that, your guitar in the drop D tuning, then you're ready to play these interesting chords. Okay? So the good thing is they're not difficult. They're very easy. At the most, we're going to be playing, we're pressing down with 3 fingers. So for instance, the very first note that we're going to be playing is going to be with our 2nd, 3rd, and 4th finger, okay? All 3 of them on the 2nd fret of the low E string, the A string, and the D string. And those are the only 3 strings we're going to press, okay? From here, we're going to slide up to the 5th fret. So this is on the 2nd fret. I'm going to slide up to the 5th fret, keep everything the same. I'm just going to remove my pinky finger, okay? So that's the next note I'm going to be playing, the next chord I'm going to be playing, okay? And then the next one is even easier. It's going to be just 1 finger. I'm going to let go of everything, and I'm going to press on the G string 2nd fret. And I'm sometimes I play it with my 2nd finger, sometimes I play it with my 3rd finger. That's really going to be a matter of preference for you. You can play it with either. I'm playing it with my 2nd right here. Okay, so we've got those 3 chords, and then we also have just a regular C major as well that shows up in the chorus of this song. Okay, and that's just the regular C major with our 1st, 2nd, and 3rd finger. Okay, for this C major, you want to make sure you're not playing that low E string. That's the only chord out of all of these where you're not going to play that low E string. Okay. All right, so those are our chords, and now I want to talk about the strum pattern, or the picking pattern, I should say, for the song. Now, before I get into the finger picking pattern, I want to talk about why we're using this down drop D tuning. Because if we wanted to, we could play this song. I'm just trying to get back into there we go. All right, if we wanted to, we could play this song, let's say, like with in the key of E minor, with E minor, G, D, okay? So something like this. You broke through 1,000 fences, been rescued from 1,000 ditches. Okay, so we've got an E minor, a G major, a D major, and then back to that E minor, okay? And then I think we go to a C major for the chorus as well, okay? So we could play it like that if we wanted to, and that would be totally fine. But the really, that kind of country drawl that gets pulled out of this song with that really deep low note, we kind of lose it on this D if we're playing it this way. Okay, we have the E minor and the G. When we go to the D, we have to go way, the lowest pitch D that we have is all the way down here on the D string. This very high-pitched note, okay? And it kind of ruins the whole mood of this song, okay? So yes, it's accurate. It's correct. You could play it this way, and if you want to, you can totally play it this way. If you don't want to worry about retuning your guitar or something like that, you can play it this way with the E minor, G major, D major, and then a C major. Okay, you could do it like that, and that's totally fine. But doing the drop D version just sounds a lot more accurate to the song, and it makes it keep with that feel, that really low, deep, and somber feel. And that's why I chose to go this route. Plus, it's not any more difficult. It's just as easy to play. In fact, it's probably easier to play in the drop D tuning because there's a lot less movement with your hand shapes than there are in the other version. Okay. Again, you do have to learn these shapes, but they're very easy to learn. It's not anything difficult, okay? All right, now I want to talk about the picking pattern that we're going to be using for this song. So as I mentioned, for all these chords except for that C major, we're going to be playing starting on that low E string. So our thumb is starting there on that low E string. We really got a lot of really deep and low notes for this song, okay? So we've got that low E string for beat 1. For beat 2, I'm going to pluck the A string and the G string. I'm going to pluck the A string with my thumb and the G string with my middle finger at the same time. So I've got 1, 2. So that's beat 2. Both of those at the same time. 1, 2. Okay. And then for beat 3, I'm going to go back to that root note, in this case the low E string, with my thumb. So that's beat 3 again. So I have 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then for beat 4, my thumb comes back to that A string. Now I'm going to do some stuff with my other fingers, but I just want to talk about what that thumb is doing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now for the spaces between the beats, after beat 2, so we have 1, 2, after beat 3, 1, 2, 3, and, so there's an and right there where my first finger is going to pluck the D string, okay? So that's on the and, or the up beat, if you want to think about it that way. 3 and 4, my thumb is on 4. And then my second finger is going to be on the and, after beat 4, on the G string. So I've got all together 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. Okay, and that is what is going to happen for all of these chords except for the C. When I get to that C, remember our root note changes. We don't want to play that low E string. So this whole thing, this whole pattern is going to shift down a string, okay? So my thumb goes to the A string, and it's going to start there. So we got beat 1 on the A string. Then beat 2 is going to be on the D and B string. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. Now, every once in a while, you'll hear something maybe a little bit different. For instance, when I'm playing, I think it's this one. Yeah. When I'm playing this chord where I'm pressing on the second fret with my second, third, and fourth finger, sometimes on that very last pluck on the and after beat 4 with my second finger, sometimes instead of hitting the G string, I go down and hit the B string on that and right before that measure repeats. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and on the B string. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and like that. I don't do it all the time, but it is something you can do every now and then. But you want to make sure that you're not doing it on some of the notes. For instance, the one where you're only pressing one string. You don't want to do it there because it doesn't sound right. See, it doesn't fit on that one, okay? Let's see, if we go to the 5th fret. It's okay there, but again, it doesn't really work that well. And it really only works on this note, on this chord, on the 2nd fret, or on the C as well. You can do it on the C where that finger drops down to the high E string on the and after beat 4, okay? Okay, you could do it there as well. So again, that's just a little bit of extra variation after you get comfortable with this pattern if you want to try to throw in some extra little flair here and there, okay? But that's that pattern in a nutshell, okay? So the best way to practice this is just to take one of these, maybe the easiest one that just uses one finger, and just practice that pattern on repeat, doing it really slow. You can even count those beats out loud. 1 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and... Okay, and you just practice that pattern on repeat. Set a timer for 5-10 minutes. Do that every day. Repetition over time is very important to help with memorization. So do that, get that pattern set to memory, and then you can try to start applying it to the song. Because if you're not familiar with this pattern and you try to play it and sing at the same time, you're going to fall all over the place. So separate the pieces, learn them individually, and then you can apply them together. All right, if you do have any questions about how to play this song, feel free to ask any of your questions on my Patreon post of this song. You can find that by clicking right up there. Head over to the Patreon post and you can make any of your questions or comments down below. I answer all of my patrons' questions, and I look forward to seeing you in the next song tutorial. All right, take care.